Hey everyone, this is your favorite radio host, your only radio host and favorite girl, of course, Corinne Lafont, broadcasting to you from Trinidad and Tobago on Between the Lines. Yes, I am in Trinidad and Tobago, a lovely island in the Caribbean. It's pretty warm here. I don't know, it's very hot. Lucky for me, I could wear shorts and, those little tank tops kind of thing. So I'm just chilling in that. Lucky you can't see me. That's why I'm not showing you on my video, showing myself on my on video. But I start my show off, as you know, being thankful. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to see another day. I am thankful to be breathing, seeing the beauty of God's work, and whether you want to call it God, source, universe, whatever you want. That's how I decide to relate. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for having a good sleep, even though I know it wasn't good, but I'm thankful. I know I'm rested and I'm raring to go again. And yesterday I was telling a friend, I, you know what? It was such a surprising thing. It might seem so casual to you, listening to this, but I realized I'm here again in the same spot doing my show. I just became more aware that it's another day. We just take it for granted that another day comes, but I was just so acutely aware that it's another day. And I am so thankful for that. And I have a beautiful woman in front of me, and she has blue on, and blue is just around her. I don't know. I'm seeing blue, or blue is happening today. I don't know, but beautiful woman, and her name is Dr. Irina K. And you may see on the promo image that I have her as kid, but we're not going to call her kid today, even though she looks young like a kid. And when I tell you about her bio, you're going to want to know how kid could be what she is or what she was. So let me tell you a bit about her. So Dr. Irina K is a retired, let me see if I can pronounce this word. It's very hard. So Dr. Irina K is a retired obstetrician gynecologist, and we say the OBGYN or the gynae, who became a relationship success coach because she was able to turn a stressed, rocky marriage into a passionate love relationship. I'm coming over there with her husband of over 30 years to be happy again and I'm going to add in this word, single day. She created an expert system to convert a relationship from blah to bliss. What are you doing, Irina K? Are you involving some of that gynae things in there? We're going to talk about that. In addition to her medical doctorate, she holds certifications in law of attraction coaching, trauma resolution coaching, and marriage facilitation. And I want to officially welcome Dr. Irina K to Between the Lines.
Thank you so much, Corinne. That was a very nice intro.
Thank
you.
I'm
happy to be here, and I agree. Gratitude is like the thing that makes your life so much better. Because there's always something to be grateful for.
Of course. I had a guest on my show when it was Monday. Today's Wednesday already. And we were talking about having a gratitude journal. People carry their phones around with them, whichever way you want to do it, whether you want to record it by voice or type it, or you have a little journal that you keep, like the little Dear Diary thing. Throughout the day, you just spend quiet time from morning till night. You just write down all the things that you're grateful for. And I was saying, I'm grateful to be sleeping in my bed. I'm grateful for my pillow. People take those things for granted. She added it that she was grateful for her pillowcase, so for the littlest things. It's not just a matter of the big things, the job, where you live, the car you drive, please. It's the little things, So I am always thankful and showing gratitude to everyone, to everything that is around me. So Dr. Irina K, here's what. We are talking about, can doctors retire? And I have that question, can doctors retire? And we're going to intersperse that with you being a relationship coach and that lovely, happy every single day, blissful, blah to bliss relationship that you have for 30 years. And I know no doctor can retire like you, especially because you're OBGYN. And you must be incorporating some of that body language, learning about the human body, in your relationship. And I'm talking sex here, involving that, the intimacy, involving the intimacy Yeah, because from blah to bliss must involve sexual intimacy, and you are involved in that kind of area, so you know about the body, and it's so related, a woman's body.
Yes.
And I'm sure you may be able to understand a man, even though I don't know if men go to gynecologists, they more go to urologists, I don't know, but we can relate, and it actually flows well into what you're doing, a success coach in that. So let's answer the question about, can doctors retire? Let's start with the formality of, can doctors retire? Can a doctor really retire?
Well, I can't speak for others, but I would hope that if somebody is called to become a doctor, they feel that they're a lifelong healer. So in that sense, a doctor cannot ever retire, just like a mother cannot ever retire.
True.
But when I say I'm a retired OBGYN, it's meaning I do not practice in a hospital anymore. I don't run an office anymore. And wow. That's how I retire, but I did not retire from healing.
True. I love that. Yeah. So you're not really have an office, you don't have staff, you're not really doing the everyday thing that a doctor will do, patients coming in, delivering babies, all those sort of things, yeah?
Yes. No, I don't do that anymore. Not for a while, actually.
I was just about to ask you that. How long?
Oh my goodness, that's probably 20 years or more now. And that was just because of the circumstance of us moving from Europe to the United States. And I, having 5 little children at the time, did not want to go back through internships and grueling hours and have someone else raise my children.
Oh,
and
wow.
That's why I stepped away from this part of my life and continued my journey otherwise. So initially, because the children were little, it was me being full-time mom.
Wow.
And then becoming a karate instructor. So actually training myself in karate and all
what are
that.
Look here, you're hiding things, Irina.
Told you that everything could not fit everything in that short bio, right?
So hold on, I'm going to touch on this here now. You're originally from Europe?
Yes.
Where are you from?
To be exact.
Oh, nice. So hold on, I have heard people in the professional fields, because I have lots of friends who are doctors in different fields, whether medical doctors, but my friend is a dentist, and she's like, she cannot go anywhere. We're in Trinidad and Tobago. If she has to migrate anywhere, she's always concerned because she would have to start over again. So I'm gathering that's the same thing with you.
Yes.
Leaving Europe, going to the States. Wow.
Unfortunately, this is not recognized. A doctorate in Switzerland is not recognized here, and the other way around as well.
Why
I hope it's getting better nowadays. I don't know exactly what it is like now, but medical school has changed over there to be more practical. So hopefully that will at one point, be globally recognized. It would make sense, you think, right? Because it's people.
Yeah, because you're a doctor, you're a doctor.
You think so, right? But no, they're very particular in protecting. Well, it's all business, right? In protecting their degrees, and you know how much they have to pay here for these degrees. So
I know. And how long have you been an OBGYN?
15 years. 15.
And then, of course, we haven't taken into consideration the study prior to that, and investment and time. How long does it take before you're practicing?
Well, you have 6 years of med school over there, and then you starting your internships and everything. It's about 5 years until you're specialized.
Wow.
Although at that time you work as a doctor, and I started in general surgery, and I came to OBGYN because I just felt an empathy and a sympathy for women.
Yes.
Because many OBGYNs over in Switzerland were male, and you just, as a woman, you don't feel you can talk to a man the same way you can talk to a sister, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I chose this direction.
I've had both male and female gynecologists. My first gynecologist was male, and I always said I wanted a male because I have to go to a nice-looking man. If he's looking at me, he better be nice looking.
Not that way.
No, I'm not spreading it, and you're not nice looking. So you right? I'm not spreading it. I'm not showing you all my stuff if you're not nice looking. So that was the first criteria. And then when I moved to Jamaica, I lived there for 21 years. When my gynecologist she's a woman. And we have a really good relationship. I never shifted from her. You tend to stick with one person. So if I don't shift. Yeah, and it's not only that, your history and the person knows your body and stuff like that kind of thing.
Right.
I guess it comes back to like a relationship too. You don't want to be hopping
It
from
is.
one.
Absolutely.
It's a relationship. You don't want to be hopping and skipping, although people do that. So hold on now. So you shifted from Europe, and because you had five little kids and you realized, the degree thing, I have to do it over and start all over from scratch. It made no sense. How did you feel about that? Because that's giving up all those years of internship, study, money, 15 years practicing and starting over. A lot of people are not prepared to start over. You're a doctor, Irina.
I
You
know.
right? Tell me what was going through your mind, because there are people who are looking, we're in 2018. We're in the last quarter, I would call it that, of 2018. Surprisingly, and we just started 2018.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Time
right.
flies.
Yeah, it's not waiting on anybody. And people are looking for change in their life. They probably want to switch over. Fear gets in. They're like, what would people think? The what would people think story. They want to change. They want to really live. They're really not into what they probably were doing. It's not fulfilling enough. And you made it. It's not a matter of fulfilling, but you made a decision based on your kids, based on
Right.
the decision that, oh my God, I have to start over again. If I have to study, do this thing, it makes no sense. Let me go into something different. That's coming out of your
Yes.
comfort zone that you haven't done before. How did you manage that?
Well, it was chaos, that's for sure.
Thanks for
With the
telling
five
us,
little
Irina.
ones, but it was kind of the decision of saying, okay, this is the journey of my life, and this is a chapter that I choose to leave behind and move forward and to do the best for my children, because they are our future. So this was my decision of saying, now I'm focusing on them and what is best for them, because they came from Europe not knowing a word of English.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
so they had to get integrated fast. In other words,
Whoa.
it was me focusing on them and making the decision. What is a mom? Being a mom is just as an important profession as being a doctor,
Nobody
because
sees
we
it as
are
a
building the
profession.
future.
Nobody sees that as a profession.
I know they don't, but look, if you would have to pay for a mom, you pay for the chauffeur, you pay for the cleaning, you pay for the nurse, you
Hello?
pay for everything. You could
Hello?
never afford a mom.
Hello? Hello? That's another topic to have you on, Irina. That's another topic. Right? Because nobody sees it as a profession. They see it as your obligation.
They do, and only because it's not paid. But if you have to go pay for a nanny and all these other things, all of a sudden it would shift the perception, but it of course does not. And that was something that, I had a problem with in my relationship with my husband, because
Wow.
obviously now I'm not bringing in money. What is my worth?
Yeah, right? Right. You're not
Yes,
doing anything. You're not contributing. You're
exactly,
wasting time. What?
exactly.
This is crazy. This
Yeah,
is crazy because you can't pay me. You can't pay me to be a mom. You can't count the hours, the minutes, the times I'm staying up with us. Just look at a sick child. A sick child, just that alone is a project in itself. You can't pay me.
exactly. I mean, it's a 24/7 job, 365 a year. So you know what? It is totally undervalued. And do you know how many women I spoke to while I was working as a doctor that came with the exact same complaint? 95% of them.
Most of them,
Of course.
as a woman, and going into the doctor's office, which is why I love my doctor in Jamaica, Dr. Mitchell, and I'm mentioning her name. We had developed such a great relationship, we still do, and she would go into asking me, how am I? It was more about me personally. While she's checking me and doing everything, it was, how is my relationship? How are the kids? She wanted
Right.
to know what's going on with me. And I was able to relate with her some of my breakdown in the office. So a lot of women, they go to the gynecologist just to talk, to relieve.
Exactly. That's why I want a female gynecologist, because it's like a sister, a confidant. And
Yeah,
it's somebody you have in your corner,
yeah,
a
my
woman who
goodness.
understands because she's been in your shoes.
Yeah,
That was the reason.
crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
So it, as you say, it's chaos. It's chaos.
It was chaos. It
Yeah.
was chaos with the kids and everything and moving and whatnot, you know, and then trying to balance that with the resentment of having to leave everything behind. Although it was my choice, I always felt a little bit of a resentment because it was because of my husband's move into the States that I followed him,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, and him not recognizing my work. That was, I think, as a mom or as a housekeeper or, you know, paying the bills or whatever it was, organizing everything, him not recognizing that this is as valuable as somebody who brings in money. Because
Yeah.
it's not all about money. It's not always what is money. Money is
What is
just
money?
is just an energy exchange.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So that was what what kind of brought us farther and farther apart.
Wow. And how long were you married?
At that point or now?
No, at
Now
that,
it's
no, not the second one. That one.
oh, I only have one husband.
Oh,
That's the
one
same one. It's the same one. And that's a story in itself that is so miraculous that when I have been telling this to people,
the
friends or whatever,
same husband. No, let me get it clear. The same husband
the
that you
same,
were going apart is the blissful husband.
he is. He
What
is.
did you what did you inject that man with? What did you do to the man, Irina?
That's what we have been trying to find out because it was, I can tell you to the day when it happened, when we found each other again. But I'm thinking it was not something I did, it was something I allowed.
Yes.
And it just was a long time coming. And I have been even told by psychics and everything, I don't know if you know that, but I'm a Reiki master. So obviously we had these Reiki circles and we did the meditations and all.
Mm-hmm.
And one time there was a psychic there and she had told me, oh, you know that the one is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, I don't need another, DICK. And, and then she said, what, you're married? You don't feel like you're married. No, I didn't feel like I was married either. I felt like I was on my own, doing everything on my own while he was in a parallel track doing his thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then below, and it was my husband who was the one.
Wow.
And we found each other again. And then, we're just literally blissfully happy every day.
No,
It's absolutely astonishing. It's wonderful. Now, when I've told that to people, they say, this is so inspiring. Maybe there's hope. So we tried to kind of backtrack and find out what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, this system began to emerge. And that's what I'm trying to bring to women who are interested in turning their marriage around or making a relationship better.
Yeah.
Is
getting
to that state.
The word allow.
Yes.
That word happened to me just a few minutes ago before we came on air. And it's a word that I've been hearing a lot because I'm a follower of Eckhart Tolle's work, The Power of Now. I'm reading his book and they just say allow. And we before we started to record, we spoke about resistance. We resist a lot of things. And we need to stop resisting and just allow. So when you said you realize that you just allow, some people may not understand that. They may say, but I allow him to do what he wants to do. I allow him to go out. I allow him to, to be himself. He allows me to be whatever. Allow in a, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you don't prevent him or prevent yourself. But when you say you allow, explain to us that.
Yes, for me, this is not allowing somebody else. It is allowing myself, allowing yourself to be who you're supposed to be and allow the universe or God, the divine source, whatever you want to call it, let that happen to you because source, whatever, is trying to do just that. God is benevolent, is loving. It's all love and joy. There's nothing else. And that's what the divine wants so badly for you to happen. Now, this is what you need to allow. It doesn't mean you allow some other person to do whatever they want to do or whatnot. It's you allowing yourself to experience that. So and I stood in my own way.
So why wasn't it happening before?
because I stood in my own way. I always felt I needed certain things to happen from him. I needed certain
Oh.
words to happen, the praise or the
Mm.
acknowledgement, which he gives me now. Because
Mm.
now I'm not asking for it. Now
Yeah.
I'm not nagging him, or now
Yeah.
I'm not being angry or resentful if it's not there,
Hmm.
because I know the underlying foundation is solid.
Yeah.
And it probably always was. That's why we found each other again. But
Yes.
it's kind of all that fluff that's upon it with the life experience.
Mm.
Think of it as a light. You
Mm.
have a light like a lamp, and you put layers upon layers. Even if it's just a veil initially, you put more and more on. In the end, you don't see the light anymore.
Hmm.
But is the light gone?
No, it's still there.
It's still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All you need to do is uncover it. And that's my allowing to come forward again.
Yeah. But that requires, Irina, a lot of work within you and a
Yes,
lot of work within himself. I
yes,
was speaking to someone on my show again. I keep making, connections because she is married 61 years to the same man from since she was 13. She knew it was him. She knew she was going to marry him, etc. So for 61 years, they are blissfully married. And
wonderful.
yeah, and I mean, you made 30. That's half the time. So you have another 31 years to go.
Oh no, I'm almost 40 now.
Hey, you don't know that. You don't put any number on yourself. You don't know that.
Oh no, not my age. Our marriage,
Oh,
almost
married.
3 years
Right,
now. Oh, we've been together 3 years before we got married.
right,
Yeah,
right.
getting on 20 years.
Right. So, what she was saying, and I was agreeing with her, and also saying to her, marriages are breaking up. A lot of divorces are happening because people are coming in expecting the other
Yes,
person to fill a gap for them. I expect you to do this. You must make me happy. You must fill that part of me that is a void, is a missing. And they're looking, and when they don't get that, is when they're unhappy because they're looking for that external satisfaction, fulfillment in external things and in people. When you're supposed to be whole, a whole being meeting a whole. And I'm thinking, when they talk about the two rings, the two halves make a whole, that is shit. That is crap. I never believed that shit. And I was like, something about that just doesn't resonate. From a child, I was like, two halves make a whole. And they try to drill it in your head. And,
and yeah,
even put the interlocking ring. And I was just never into this whole marriage thing, the two halves. I'm like, how could two people be halves? I just couldn't, and
smart woman you are.
I just couldn't. And so now, years later in my life, I could understand this half and half thing. And people are still perpetuating you as a woman being a half, he being a half, coming together. So you're expecting the other half from him to complete you. He's expecting the other half from
Exactly.
her to complete him. That is what is causing the whole problem. If
Yep.
you as a woman become whole and know yourself, and the man is whole, then you have nothing to worry about. You don't have the expectation, you don't have that transactional relationship, which is what you were doing in your earlier part of your relation.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. I was expecting him to make me happy, or hoping, or saying this is what I signed up for.
Mm.
And the same
Yeah,
happens the other way around, of course, because in a relationship it's like you have a scale. If one changes, or an equation, if one side changes, the other will
the other
too.
one changed. Yeah, yeah.
It
Whatever
will.
happens on the left happens on the right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
So obviously, this, resentment breeds resentment, and joy will breed joy, and
Yeah,
happiness will generate happiness all around you. I mean, it affects not only you; it affects your children, your friends,
of
your
course.
community. It just radiates out. So this is why this is so important.
So hold on, you're married for 30 years. I want to kind of
Mhm.
look at the scale
Yes.
here. You're married, yeah, we're going to say 30 years. At
Sure.
what point did this allowance occur in the 30 year?
In the low point, that's probably when it was the make it or break it time,
Mm,
because that's when it was like, I just cannot go on like this anymore. This is just, enough is enough. I just lost too much of myself.
mm,
Kind of, it's kind of ironic. You say I lost too much of myself trying to find me, right? Because I was looking in the wrong places. I was
Yeah.
looking and groveling and searching and
Mm.
trying to get while just allowing it to come.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was really in the low point of that. I was just saying, like you mentioned before,
Mm.
can fight, stop fighting,
Stop
let it
fighting.
happen, let
Yeah.
it flow, allow. And
You
that's when it
mentioned,
all happened like a freaking miracle.
well, miracles happen every moment of the day. We just
They
unconscious.
did.
Yes, we're just unconscious to seeing it and feeling it, more so feeling it
Yes,
and
yes.
acknowledging it. We are just unconscious. You know, you did karate, you did Reiki, you I'm sure you've done a number of things. Do you think that those things helped you to reach the point of allowance?
Very much so, because it comes full circle,
Mm,
right? It comes from the understanding of not only the Western medicine, which kind of treats symptoms more than underlying causes,
yeah.
while the underlying cause, we're talking about a source versus a cause.
Oh
If
yeah.
you have, say you have pneumonia, yes, the cause is a bacterial infection, but the underlying source may be your immune system being too weak to even get rid of those bacteria in the first place.
Mm,
While if you even dig further, why is your immune system compromised? You may come to something that has nothing to do with your
yeah.
physical body. All of it can go down way deep into emotional body or your spiritual body even.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And this I have learned through Reiki. I
mm,
have learned, in karate, this is a Japanese martial art, the Japanese principles. It all came full circle,
mm,
saying you draw from all these experiences that there is something outside of you that is just waiting
mm.
to give you what we all want, which is happiness and joy. And it's there, it's
Yeah.
just there.
Yeah.
Allow it to happen. You can't go grab it, but
Yeah.
you can wait for it to happen to you, because it sounds stupid to say it once, because it's not like conscious in that sense. It's
Yeah.
just much more than that, but it's just pervasive. It's all there is.
But you have to be humble, you know. You have to be humble, Irina. You have to be, I'll use an even better word. Surrender is the word.
Um,
Surrender.
yes,
You
I
have to
agree.
surrender. You fight, you fight, you fight. And that is what happened when you say you are the lowest point. You fight, you did your own damn thing. You decide, hey, I'm doing it my way. Like the song says, I'm doing it my way. I know what's best. I know this damn shit. I know what's going on. I know what to do. Hell, I'm a doctor. I'm educated. What? I know what to do. And when you
Right.
realize all what you were doing ain't doing crap,
Mm.
you
Well,
have
you see, that's the problem. That's what we've been taught to do. That's what the
exactly.
whole society is like.
Yeah.
And from childhood, we've been imprinted with these patterns. And that's
Gee,
why we can't even think differently. Literally cannot.
you can't. You can't. And you
No.
can't even surrender because even people listening to me about surrender, they're like, what? How do you surrender? How
Yeah, and they feel it's weakness.
Yeah, how do you mean surrender? You're telling me to give up? How do you mean allow? Allow what? The crap? Uh, their brain, their mind cannot be wrapped because we have been so brainwashed and mind fogged with with all the crap. I mean, I get upset and I'm trying not to be upset because I'm not supposed to fight resistance. But 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 I am like I'm 49 now. I just turned 49 on the 27th of August. And I am like,
Ooh,
yeah, I'm still young. I'm
happy
25.
birthday.
Yeah, I feel like a 25-year-old. I'm stuck in 25 though.
That's what you look like, so
Thank
I'm
you.
not
Right.
surprised.
That's right. It goes without saying. So so I'm saying you have been brought into this world. Of course, you're innocent, you're a baby, have you can't help yourself. So of course you're dependent. So we come in dependent on people thinking that they will care and guide us in the right way. And here it is now, 40, 50, how much years later, and you realize, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? I am in a mess because of you. I am in a mess because of this society. I'm in a mess because of media. I'm in a mess because you sent me to school. I'm in a mess. What have you done to me that now I have to try to undo?
Very true. But then you also have to know that they did not do that on purpose. They could not think any other way because they have been brainwashed just the same. And I have parents that fought in the Second World War.
Oh
And
my God.
obviously, after the war, this is all the mentality of lack. Everything is lack.
Lack.
Everything is you got to fight for anything. You got to fight for whatever it is. Food, jobs, anything is always the mentality of lack, not the mentality of abundance.
No.
You are coming from a mentality of lack. How can you give abundance? You cannot. Literally cannot, because your brain is not wired the right way or the way you would prefer it to be.
But you're not even aware there's a right way, because this is the way. So you're in a so when you my God, Irina, when you discover that there may be another way, or you see other people living a particular way and you're like, they look happy over there, they don't drive the car, they don't have the house, but something about them, they seem to be very happy. What is this that they're doing? And curiosity takes you over there and you're like, why are you so damn happy? Why? And I mean, which is to me a ridiculous question. And I remember somebody asked me, Corinne, why are you so happy? And I was like, what? How could you ask me why am I so happy? Am I not supposed to be happy? I just couldn't. I was really taken aback. So your curiosity going over there, looking at the simplicity of somebody's life, compared to the complexity of yours, where you're spinning up in mud, you're running behind the promotion, the money, the man, the relationship, the societal standards, and you're like, I'm still not happy, but they don't have anything like what I have, but they seem to be happy. Right. Something isn't right here.
Right. See, that's the problem. The problem is that they have been primed, they have been literally imprinted into their very genetic code that you need to have this, you need to have a house, you need to have a car, you need to have status, you need to have whatever to be happy. And then they find, well, we're not. And what is it that everybody wants? The only thing they want is to be happy.
That's it.
And then you feel like, okay, because everybody else is not happy, I guess this is the way it's supposed to be. No, it's not the way it's supposed to be, but happiness comes from within.
Exactly.
Problem.
So looking for it everywhere else, in the car, in the house, in the man, in the job, in the friends who are not your friends. Wow.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, it's easier said than done. You're saying happiness comes from within. If you don't feel happy, you don't know how. And that's why guidance is so important from somebody who can show you a different perspective. And that's what we do with the coaching, right?
Tell us. Give people some tips here, Irina. Give me 3 tips to somebody who is in a state right now. They're like totally unconscious. They're listening to us. They want that happiness. They know that the amount of cars they have in their garage is not cutting it. They're looking at the man they're sleeping with and it ain't cutting it. The job, the fighting and the promotion, they hate traveling to work, driving to work. They hate the people at work. They hate the job. And they're fighting. Please, especially for the woman. I'm not leaving out the men, but especially for the woman, because we bear the brunt of the responsibility. Yes, we take on the brunt of the responsibility. And I'm not leaving out the men, because there are some men who are single parents and they bear the brunt just as the woman. So they take on both the female and the male role. So give us 3 tips here to help persons start to allow, to release, to let go, to surrender. How can they? Easy tips, nothing for them to think, because the monkey chatter in your brain going to start to
well, that's the problem, right?
Lord Irina, the monkey damn chatter is going to come in there. The ego will fight you down. It will put up a fight and convince you. You see what Corinne and Irina are talking about?
Yes,
don't bother with them.
Well, see, that is the first step, is to actually decide that you have a choice, that you do not need to listen to the monkey chatter, that you can decide for yourself. You can decide, because that's the interesting thing. That's what neuroscientists have proven, is that you can change your thoughts. You can change your imprints in your brain. You can change even your DNA, which means you will give it to your children. Do them a favor. Do it for them if you don't do it for yourself. But it has to start with making a decision that you decide, I do have a choice and I'm going to do something about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the second thing is,
even if, let me put in this part,
yes,
even if it is against what your family thinks, it is against what your friends say, you're prepared to lose family and friends. I'm telling you, you have to be prepared for that. I want you to be able to let people know there are some people you just need to damn let go. If you decide that you really want to be happy, to have that joy that is meant for you, it is your birthright.
it is. It totally is. That is what it is, a decision to make, that you have the choice. Actually, it's not about believing or not believing, because most people won't believe it. They can't yet.
Yeah.
But they can't yet. So the first step is make a choice and decide, yes, I can.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing is looking within yourself and see, do you actually love yourself?
Oh Lord.
You need to love yourself.
Now hold on there, Irina. Hold on there. Let me dig into that point. Of course, I'm gonna pretend to be the one you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Of course I love myself. Of course I love myself. I look at myself in the mirror, I look hot, I'm beautiful, I have a sexy body, people love me. Of course I love myself. What do you mean?
Well, if you love yourself the way you just described it, you're not going to be one of those who's always unhappy. I'm just telling you right now. Most people look at themselves and they find flaws. If it's not in their looks, it may be in their behavior. They don't like the way they talk to people, or they're afraid of certain things and they don't like that fear. They're afraid of being vulnerable. They're afraid of being made fun of. I grew up that way. I was always ridiculed. So guess what happens to me down the road? I always felt like attacked if somebody made a remark that was not even as personally meant as, it felt to me. So all these things.
Yeah, no,
Most people do not love themselves.
We all find flaws, Irina. I've started to change that flaws. That is my special signature. At one point, if we're talking physical looks now,
okay,
this woman who's a model, I can't remember her name, popular girl, international, and she had a mole. She still does have a mole right by the top of her lip. I think you probably know who I mean.
Cindy Crawford.
Yes, Cindy Crawford. And that was like a big thing before. You're not supposed to have those things. Remove it. And she started a trend about a mole, that people started to put on moles, fake moles, because she accepted who she was. And I mean, even having plus size models now is like a major thing.
Thank God.
Because it couldn't exist before. You had to be scrawny like a whip, anorexic to even be considered. Yeah, and some of them became anorexic in order to go into the modeling industry.
Yeah, dangerously so.
Yeah. So we all have flaws, if you want to call it flaws, but they are your special, unique signature. I have things about my body that I don't like, but what the hell is mine? Is mine.
Yes. But are you unhappy, Corinne? No.
Yeah.
You love yourself, don't you? So you are happy.
Yeah, I love it.
Of course, most people don't.
The sagging breast. When in talking about my gynecologist, and I went and I'm like, Dr. Mitchell, I said, my breast is sagging and I have a little puffy belly, and I want to get rid of the belly. And she's like, Corinne, do you know how many women would love to have children? And you have children, they would love to have that puffy belly and the saggy breast to talk about. And when she said that, I was like, hell yeah, you're absolutely right. So this is as a result, even though there are some women who have children and they go right back to their flat stomachs and back to their size and like, how the hell they have that kind of body? But hey, this is mine. I need to be able to accept. And we're talking about acceptance and allowance and surrendering. Just accept the damn thing. Or if you feel, within yourself that you want to exercise and do things to, to tighten up. I mean, that's your personal decision, but don't
Of
do it
course.
but don't do it for the wrong reasons.
Right. Do it for your health.
Mm-hmm,
See
mm-hmm.
what just happened? You saw it as a flaw initially, and you needed someone else's perspective to
Yeah,
set it into another angle to look at it, to set it into perspective and say, hell yeah, that's actually true.
yeah,
So that is another step.
yes,
If you just can't get out of that loop, of that funk, because your brain is not primed to get out of that loop, which it's not, physically not, with the connections in your brain, with the neural pathways, get help, get guidance, get a coach, get something, like you say, you want to start yoga, whatever. You have like-minded people around you that support you in that decision
yeah,
to accept you and love you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. So make the decision. Seek validation if you need to, but you have to be careful with who you seek that validation from.
Very much so.
You have to be careful. Align yourself with the
Fine.
people,
Yes.
who are on that journey, because if you see the happy people over there without the car and the houses, you need to align yourself with those happy people over there. Because if that's the state, we're not talking about the materialistic accomplishments, because you have that and they don't. But if that's the state that you want to get to, then hang with those people. If they're not wearing the Gucci and the stuff, then you need to stop wearing the Gucci if that is what it takes to achieve that. And probably, hey, every now and again you may wear a Gucci because you like nice things. Nobody's saying not to appreciate nice things or give up your car or give up your house. Nobody's saying that. People want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I love nice things. And I'm not telling anybody not to have nice things. Go for it. But ask yourself, and we're talking about the inner being, your real you, your true self. Is it resonating with who you really are? Or is it really the false self, the ego, convincing you that this is what you need to do to have certain types of friends, to associate, and without that? Because I have seen people in their life, when they don't have money or things go wrong with them, where are the friends, Irina?
Exactly.
Where are the friends? They're gone. The same people that you thought were your friends when you had the money and the car and the plane and you're traveling. When suddenly you may have lost your job, something may have happened, there's a total disaster. Those friends are nowhere. So you're like, wait a minute. What's going on? Was this an illusion? Is this real? What? Oh my goodness.
You have it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
The thing that we talked about at the very beginning, like I said, everything always comes full circle.
Full circle.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Find gratitude everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. Wow. 30
I'm grateful for a clean glass of water in the morning because I love my water in the morning.
Of course. Of course, I drink water first thing in the morning. I show appreciation to my organs, because I've read that drinking water first thing, your body is working to repair you all night when you sleep. I need to be thankful to my organs and my cells and my cells. So from the time I brush my teeth, it's half a bottle of water going down there to say thank you to my organs for doing the work that they did. And throughout the day, I'm constantly thanking them. This is amazing. 30 years of blissful marriage, from blah to bliss.
Yes.
From blah to bliss. What are some things that you can share with relationships? Because you move from blah, and there are some relationships that are in blah right now.
They're in blah or worse.
Worse than blah. I don't know a word for that, but blah will stick with that. What are some things that you can tell to women now who are in relationship that may be blah and they want to move it to bliss? They're still in love. They're wondering if that spark, that light is still there. If they should still hold on, or probably it's best if they let go. How do you know which to choose? Stay, work on it, or let it go?
Well, like I said, if you have to find out what you really want, and find out if you can be that for yourself within this relationship. I actually put a little free gift together, said the 5 secrets to starting to be heard and understood and cherished again in your relationship. And it is remembering the good times too, looking at this person from a wider perspective. So you're with a husband or a mate, whatever, a partner, that there was a reason why you got together at one point. Are these reasons still valid? Was it a reason, was it money, or was it sex, or was it, what was it that, or was it an actual soul connection? If you feel that the connection is still there, that you share the same values, that you are not, completely in different directions and way far apart, then it's probably worth considering staying together and working on it, but not in a fighty way, not fighting your way through it, but just allow him to be himself too. You allow yourself to be yourself and see what happens. And most of the time, if there was a valid reason to get together, that's when he will come on board, because he will be relieved that the constant pressure's off. And that's what happened to us.
Yeah. And once you allow and you step back and just allow the divine to do what it has to do, the signs, the wonders, the miracles, the inspiration is going to come to you that you would know what to do, as opposed to you doing the DIY approach. You do it yourself. You cannot figure this thing out. You can't. You don't have the capacity. You don't. And you don't know what the divine has in store for you. So you have to step back and allow the bigger person to do the right thing within you.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And then open your mind. Open up your mind and to see these miracles and to feel them and experience them and rejoice, because there will be more coming. The more you are grateful for whatever you wish for, the more it'll be coming.
That's
the law of attraction.
Yeah, it mightn't come at the pace you want it, or in the nice package that you may want it, the exact package, but it's going to come. But you have to be open to see it and recognize it, that it wasn't wrapped in that nice thing and a bow wasn't placed on it, but it looks like that's the thing that I asked for.
That you actually need it, even if it's not what you wanted.
Yes.
Although you might be surprised, the divine works in mysterious ways, and sometimes you get exactly what you envisioned in exactly that package, which happened to me. We call it manifesting in the law of attraction.
Yes.
I manifested 2 drawer chests in the exact dimensions and what I wanted, because that's what fit the room.
Yeah. And it happened. Wow.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
The power of the mind. The power of the mind. People confuse it with the brain. No. The mind is totally different from the brain. You cannot see the mind, touch the mind. Is intangible, but it is more powerful than even the brain.
You see, when they both work together, that's when the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens. Irina, remind me of your website again.
I'm calling it Married Love Success.
What are you saying? Hold on, let me get that.
Married Love Success.
Married Love Success?
MARIED, love, LOVE, success.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up now. Yes.
You don't have to be married. It can be a committed relationship of any way.
Of course. I'm trying to see the screen here now. Give me a second. There we go. Because you mentioned that there's a free giveaway.
That's what it is.
So this is it here.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. And there you are.
That's me.
Yeah, nice. So I'm going to be filling in my name. Once the show is finished, I'm going to fill in my name. Heck yes, send me the 5 secrets. We need to know about the damn secrets.
All right, thanks, Corey.
I'm going to be putting in my name.
You can test out my system. Let's see how it works.
Yeah. 5 secrets for warm-hearted women to be heard, understood, and cherished in their relationship. If they're not warm-hearted now, Irina, what do they do?
Do you really think a woman would want to salvage a marriage or relationship if they're cold-hearted bitches? No.
I love you, Irina. I love you. Yeah, there's some of them who would. There's some of them
Scratch
who
yourself if you're a cold-hearted bitch.
would.
This ain't gonna work for you, sister.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They might, because they might be the controlling ones in the relationship. So they might say, hey, let me see what some secrets Irina got there to put more control in the relationship. So hey, this is for the cold bitches and also for the warm-hearted woman.
Yeah,
Or
because
if you're just curious and you want to know what's going on in Irina's life, that she's sharing so much and people are doing so well, mind her business and put in your name. Yeah. Yeah, you want to know what's going on. You want to know what Corina and Irina are talking about with allowing and surrender and all that talk, law of attraction and what? No, we need to know what's going on. Put in your name in there.
go ahead and start with this. There's more coming.
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you have a book out, Irina? Do you have a book out yet? Let me see.
Yes, I do have a book out, but that is not really related to it because it's a collaborative effort. It's called Success is Yours. And mine was just saying the success in the relationship means that it's the success within yourself. It's the happiness in yourself that brings you to success in a relationship as well.
Where can I find that?
That's on Amazon.
Let me just quickly jump to Amazon. So if anybody wants to get it. Okay.
It's called Success is Yours.
Mm-hmm. Let me put in your name.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in there, whatever. But if your success is yours, because it has been, yeah, there you go on the left.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it should have your name in as part of it. You're a contributing author to it, so it should.
Yes, that's right.
So that's why I put it.
As you can see, there's like over 70 of us contributed for that.
Yeah, nice. And it's just 99 cents. So it's
yeah.
It's 70 plus stories of success in life, relationships, and money. Beautiful.
Right. Yes, it is.
It's worth getting it. So it's just $1. Come on.
Exactly.
Right? It's just $1. And then you put in your name. You put in your name for the 5 secret tips. Yeah. So Absolutely. You're good to go. You're good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah, let me switch back to yeah, so here we are. Yeah. So we have spent an hour and a few minutes talking. This is crazy, but this is good. I tell people 30 minutes on my show, and for the life of me, I cannot stay 30 minutes. I need help. So
we could be continuing our talk for hours. I know
right?
that.
Right? There's so much to talk about. And I will tell you this, Irina, people keep coming back on my show. They're like, Corina, I need to come back on your show. I need to come back. And they book. And I'm like, okay, and then sometimes it's like, well, because I'm booked up to what? After October, people are booked in October. Sometimes I'm booked up to 2 months ahead. And they're like, nice. Oh, can't I get something soon? And I'm like, no, this is what it is. So it's I enjoy it. I enjoy doing my show. I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the world.
It shows you're doing so well.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you all validate me. You all validate me. Honestly, you all validate me. And I learn so much. And I'm able to, as I say, allow. A lot of the things that I discuss on my show, I'm able to marinate on during the day and the night. And I'm like, this is interesting, and see the workings of it throughout my life. So it's really, I'm really meant to be doing this. I thank you so much.
You are. It's like the collaborative effort of so many minds together. Yes. It's what Napoleon Hill said way back then. That's what makes the mastermind.
Yes, right? Think and Grow Rich. Yay.
Yeah.
I switched from him to Eckhart Tolle. Sorry, Napoleon, I'm going to come back to you. But no yeah. Oh my God, Irina, Dr. Irina K. Beautiful, beautiful. I really, it's been a pleasure having you on my show.
Thank you, Corinne. Likewise, it's been a real pleasure meeting you this way.
Yes, it's a pleasure meeting you. And one of these days, I'm going to meet you for real. I have that as my goal, to meet all my guests face to face. Sit down
Where
at
are
the
you located? I don't even know where you're located.
Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm in the Caribbean.
Are you there now, or are you switching back and forth?
No, I'm here now. I don't know where I would be in the next couple months to years, but I'm here now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds like a nice destination.
It is, it is, it is. It's lovely. I love it. Well, this is my home. This is where I was
Wonderful.
born and bred. So I'm back home here. I lived in Jamaica for 21 years. So I'm back home.
Nice.
But
Okay.
I'm always living out of my suitcase. My passport is always ready. So I can be ready to go at any time, anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's why I have to do my radio show this way, because I can do it anywhere at any time.
Exactly. That's wonderful, because that's the same way I can do my coaching anywhere.
Anytime. That's
And
right.
with anybody, you know, I had
Yeah.
clients from Spain at one point.
Yeah, very good, very good. So it's been a pleasure, Irina. I learned a lot from you. We switched from topic to different topic.
That's
So,
true.
and I always say with couples, especially couples that are doing well, I would love to have, the next time that you come onto my show, your husband there, bring that male perspective.
Ooh.
Yes, let's see how blissful it really is if he's actually locking you up in a cell, tying you down, whatever.
I could show you things that he writes, like little notes that he brings me while sometimes I'm sitting on the computer. I don't think he would
People
love
still do that? No, Irina, they do that? Ah!
He does. I don't think he would really come on. Ooh, I can't show you this. It's a little X-rated.
Oh, Irina, what is going on there? You're using some of
Yeah.
your GYN stuff on him.
Yeah. No, I don't have to. He's an Italian, so.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Irina, you need to set me up. Look here. You need to set me up. Set me up, girl.
Sorry, I'm not sharing him.
But I was kind of hoping. Okay. Keep him to yourself, but you could find
I
one.
have 3 sons.
You do?
Mhm.
Okay, we'll talk off air. Thank you so much, Irina. It's been a
Thank you, Corinne. It's been such a pleasure. It was wonderful.
Yes, and I wish you all the best with your
Likewise.
yes. I wish you all the best with your
Likewise.
coaching, and I hope you come back on my show so that we can have a part 2, 3, whatever it is, and bring that sexy Italian husband of yours on the show. Okay, my dear, all the best to you.
You too. Thanks so much. Mwah.
Mwah.